Hello, Captains. It's me, TONIK TZW. And what I want you to do right at the start of this video is smash the like button. And if I don't teach you something that's going to be useful in the next 2 minutes, you can take that like back. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. But what I want to talk to you today about is this destroyer, the El Katsonis, the Tier 8 tech tree pan-European destroyer, and this is going to be a pan-Euro party pooper. So looking at the build here, you'll see I have got an epic mod on running Jersey Swirsky, and what we're going to do is we're going to trade a lot of our concealment because I'm going to show you something that will actually help you do a lot better job. But the skill that I want to show is this one here. I have shown it in a previous video on the split, which shows how you can use your radar and your smoke to basically extend your radar out to 30 seconds. The one thing I missed in that is it also reduces your main battery reload by 10%. And if you look, we are running what's his name, Mordoff, in one of our inspiration slots. He's currently bringing my reload down by 5.7%. That second slot skill there is going to bring it down by another 3 point something percent. Um, but I always run Unstoppable. We're running Mordoff and Sims. Sims gives us an extra 400 hit points per level. If you haven't got Mordoff and you want to reduce your reload, there are other tech tree captains that you can use. So don't think you have to go out and have all of the premium commanders. I am showing you some of the commanders here that are available in the tech tree that can also help with this build in place of Mordoff. But we're on Sea of Fortune. There are 3 destroyers. There's a couple of battleships and 1 cruiser. And yeah, the kind of game that you wish you were in an HE spamming cruiser for with all those battleships in it. But we are going to play smart, unlike the Flander, which is behind us, which is going to immediately abandon the flank. And I am going to say, hey, mate, I need your help. He would be really useful if he's running a secondary build on that. And I'm sailing straight towards the cap. But I'm not going to go into the cap because B cap on this map is a pain in the backside. Sorry, I nearly burped my cheese and pickle sandwich there. But I'm going to hide behind this rock. And you're all thinking, what is a DD doing hiding behind an island? There's a good reason for this, because I know that at least one of the other destroyers out here has got radar as well. It's the Tier 7 split, and I think the other one that has radar, I want to say Holland. I can't remember exactly from the team list. But we're going to sit, there we go. The cap is being taken by red team. And I'm going to push slowly, see if I can get a spot on. The only trouble is, yep, there we go. Radar is up. I haven't got a shot on. I'm going to have to pop out and get on this guy. But look, there's some big ships there at the back. But this split has got nowhere to go. This is why I don't like pushing into this cap. But we have got him banged to rights. He's going to try and get his torpedoes onto us. But he's face first into the island. We're going to stay on guns. We've got all that extra damage, and he is gone. We're going to damage control, stay in the smoke screen. Look at that. Lots of big ships down there, blind fire in the smoke. We get a little bit lucky. We don't trade too many hit points, about 5k there. But there wasn't anything else picked up on that radar. So we are now going to push into this cap. Now it looks like a typical high-tier game where all the big battleships are sitting at the back, and they're going to let the destroyers do the work. Now, what I'm going to say is I'm glad to see that actually on all 3 caps, destroyers have pushed in, including myself. We've turned Charlie Cap, which is on the right side of the minimap. Alpha Cap is being taken, and I'm here in Bravo Cap, the cap that nobody likes to play. But we're going to push and we're going to try and keep things spotted for our team there. Who's that? Oh, look, in Nebraska coming this way. Now, what we don't want to do is risk having him drop his planes on us and try and flush us out of this cap. We're quite certain that there's nothing hiding behind the islands. We put one set of torpedoes out there, and I'm thinking of pushing across and helping the destroyer on Alpha Cap because there's been no destroyer spotted out there yet. Our radar is about to come back online, and those torpedoes are looking good. But we're gonna line our nose up, getting ready to run through this gap because we do get a hit and a flood. We put the second set of torpedoes out there. We have got the cap flipped, and knowing that he has damage controlled, this thing has a good fire setting chance. We only have high explosive shells. We haven't got armor piercing on this one. And in some cases, I feel that's a little bit of a shortfall. But there we go. We get a fire on the Nebraska. We're not spotted firing our guns as we come through the gap, but we're going to turn to the south, use the island to screen us, and we get 2 more torpedo hits and another flood. That Nebraska is ticking, and he's very, very low health. I'm expecting somebody to snipe that kill with a full salvo from the back of the map, so we're going to try and put some shots through there. But we pick up our second kill of the game, and you'll see if you look closely that I'm running my rubber ducky flag on this one. But here we go. We've got a Hayate. I'm waiting for these turrets to come around. So we are losing a little bit of turret traverse, not running twist and track. But we are at 6.1 concealment. Now, the thing is, if we get spotted at 6.1, our radar range is more than long enough to pick those ships up, and that is kill number 3 out of 3 kills in the game. But there was a little bit of help there from everybody else. And look at this. These guys are now starting to panic. They know there are at least 2 destroyers on this cap. They've all been camping at the back. Red team's destroyers seem to be wanting to push down the flank and run and torpedo everything from behind. So that's another good reason why all you big battleships should not be hanging around at the back of the map and should be looking to move with your flank or with your cap. Because if we are pushing forwards to spot and prosecute the enemy, you are going to be left on your own. And if somebody does get around that flank, they are going to have open season on all you big fat battleships that are hanging out there. Now, there is a cruiser, I think it's a French cruiser, can't remember exactly which one it is, but he is currently covering the centre of B cap. And I think he's going to farm that Le Foudre for some cap resets. He's get some good hits on. I still want to be able to run the direction I'm pointing, but I do want to try and get some torpedoes through this gap here against this Le Foudre. But I think he's going to hit an engine boost because as I launch, he is going to pick up a little bit of speed. But again, we've got our engine boost available. We roll our short smoke screen here. That's going to give us the 10% reduced reload on top of, I think it's 8.7% that I have as standard with the build. And we're going to try and stay on this Le Foudre and get another fire. And I'm thinking, ooh, are we going to pick up another kill here? Are we going to get the torpedoes? No, he's picked up speed. We do get a fire, but I think that's going to be immediately damage controlled. And before too long, he is going to go out of view, and we're not going to be able to get another fire on him before he goes. That is unfortunate, because I think that would have been a stick and tick and potentially kill number 4. There is a big battleship out there all the way at the back of the map. But Red Team have pushed on C. Our 2 destroyers out there have decided that they're going to turn around and go back against them. You'll notice that there are still 2 destroyers in this game. One is a Mecha, and I think I said earlier, I do believe the other one is either the Halland or the Smalland. I can't remember which ship is which and which tier they're in, but it's one of those ones as well. The Torpedo Spitter. Now we're going to come around the corner, see if we can get that Le Foudre spotted. You'll notice that everybody is starting to follow us now when it's obvious that that Le Foudre has actually going to go through the cap, and he's either going to go left or right at the bottom. And my guess is he's thinking of coming round behind us on Alpha, which is exactly what he's going to do. Those guys across there are going to take care of the battleship out there. I do get spotted and I panic for a minute thinking, where's it come from? There it is. It's the mecha. He gets his first salvo on me and we are going to start trading blows. Now, I did give up a little bit too much broadside here. He is going to roll his smoke. There's no doubt torpedo is going to be coming from it. But it looks like this guy has actually taken a lesson from the School of TONIK TZW destroyer player. Because although he's currently or was lit up on radar. He's now in his smoke screen. He knows what's coming next. I am going to blind fire, and I'm thinking about how much speed he's going to have coming out of that smoke. Because I thought the mecha was a bit of a dog. I've got a bad angle on here, but we do get spotted again. He's run out of a smoke. He was expecting that. We're going to stay on the guns here, keep pounding away, and that is kill number 4. But there's some fire from the flank. Oh no, very, very, very close to being killed here. We're on radar. That is the other destroyer. And I was flapping for a minute here, thinking, well, hang on a second. What's the other radar? Who is it? And there it is. It is the small land, not the hull land. But there we go. We're going to wait for that radar to burn down. The other destroyers are pushing through. We're down to 1,500 hit points. Do we push back in, take this cap, keep it going in our favor? Do we turn and run? We're going to slap the torpedoes out there, and this destroyer is probably going to eat them. But he's going to pop his smoke as well. We've got a radar coming up shortly. He is getting battered. Pop that radar, keep him spotted, TONIK. There we go. And we are going to rain on this guy. But I don't know whose smokescreen this is, but I didn't realize it was very shortly going to run out. And I thought, well, I'm spotted now. We may as well just stay on the guns. We've got air fire on that guy. He knows I'm low health. I am going to go out of the game to his salvo as he disappears. But we did get a fire. It's going to tick. And that is eventually going to pop up the Kraken Unleashed. And I did do a little woohoo there on the mic as you see me pop up, because I hadn't actually been counting kills to that point, and that is my first Kraken Unleashed in the Katsonis, or Katonis. Is it Katonis? Katsonis? Can't even pronounce the name anymore. I was so excited by that one. And then I decide to have a look and see what's going on with the rest of the game. This is the Flander that ran away from the middle of the map at the start, and he is going to do a herpaderp noob, take that guy out for a ram. Okay, it's guns off the map. It's one destroyer and one battleship versus the Lefudra, who has had a chance to sail away and get himself a little bit more healthy. And so I'm thinking, okay, this battleship is sailing out of the center broadside. Why? I know he's in Missouri, but it's just traded like 40% of his hit points in one salvo there. He was pretty much full health. And I was thinking, oh, yeah, we did have another radar with a Missouri. That's what spotted the guy going round the corner. Um, excuse my sniffles. I've got a bit of a Christmas cold still. But now I'm looking at the Battle of the Giants. The Lefudra obviously knows what he's doing, but I don't think this Missouri quite does, because he's just going to keep sailing around and trying to keep all of his turrets on that Lefudra. And I mean, me in that situation, I would have angled out a little bit, and I would have kited him and kept chipping away with my rear turrets only to give the destroyer time to run in, because he could come in undetected and torpedo the living daylights out of that guy. He nearly gets him with that one, but he's still not dead. Secondaries are firing. Put my teeth in. The destroyer decides to chip in with his guns as well, and I'm just wondering which of the two are going to get this kill here. We've got it on points. We don't need to win harder, but we are indeed going to win harder, because this guy is going to disappear and we are going to get the win. Who gets the kill? There we go. It is the Missouri who gets the kill eventually. So the first Kraken Unleashed for the Katsunis, we do get the first blood, we get the Kraken, we get a flesh wound. I was, like I said, a little bit woohoo at taking that one out. So a little few tips on tricks on the build and the setup on that one. Just over 3400 XP, so we did play a pretty solid game in that one, and it was a fun one to play. So I've shared my secrets. I expect you're all going to be going out there and trying it out on me now. But if you've been a subscriber to the channel for a long time, you'll know that my Kraken ships get a special little treat, and that is they get to fly the Jolly Roger there high on, I don't know what it is. Is it the mid mast? Is it the main mast? But I've also decided to deck it out in the Black Friday Shadow Camo as well, just to let people know that it is indeed a killing machine. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. Don't forget, if you haven't smashed the like button at the start, do it now. Subscribe to the channel. You can donate through a super thanks on the video, or there is a PayPal link in the channel description that you can drop a donation through as well. Until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.